And here we are. Tickle me toes. What? Tickle me toes.
Gucci, Gucci, goo.
Gucci, Gucci, goo. We are live. We are live. Thank you everyone for joining us on Lego building number 4 of what the hell am I gonna build? I don't know. I am joined with us with the Comic Relief Crusader
Yeah,
and
no.
Admiral Teague, which I think Admiral Teague he's ordering pizza because I was eating pizza right before we did this whole thing.
Yeah, the
And
hankering.
yeah, so he's gonna join us. I know Dark Helmet, he's in the chat. Yeah, thank you for joining us. I am not gonna show you what I'm building. I
It's
want
a
people to figure it out.
mystery.
You guys know what it is because I let you guys know because I'm that
Exactly.
nice. But everyone else, you're on your own.
We're
So
cashing in on that
sit,
white privilege to know.
dude, cashing it. Oh man. Oh man,
Uh,
that's good. I actually have a white privilege card.
do you? Mine's still on
Yeah,
order, so I
it
have to
is.
prove
Man, I
how yeah, I have to prove how white I am. Being that my dad's Austrian, my mom's German, and my great grandfather on my mother's side was Russian. So yeah,
oh. Oh. So I've
all
been
from
hearing
the naughty countries.
that da. I've been hearing that the bag is very comforting
Ah,
to some people. So, I'm not going to mute. I'm just going to be all like, fuck it. We're just going to do it with this. Fuck it. We'll go live.
yeah. And hello, Dark Helmet. How's it going, dude?
Hello, hello, hello. I always like to do that. Just tell people, like, hello, hello, hello. I took this thing apart probably not that long ago. And my
Oh yeah.
fingers are already sore because it's a Technic one.
Ah,
I
a
need one of those
slight,
like
a
book
slight
holder
hint for
things
the
to hold my
audience.
Lego. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
just to have fun. Oh,
Hmm.
how you been?
Oh, so far so good. Just drawing away, waiting for a customer that never showed up, but still doing my comic exercises. So
Oh,
yes, this
I
is
forgot to
now
do
the
this
third
one
time
single
around.
thing. There we
Ah,
go.
okay,
Now
there we
people
go.
can see.
Yeah. So this is round 3 of a particular exercise that I have to do, and I think I have to do probably 2 or maybe 3 more after this one. So I screwed up a bit on a leg, making it a little bit disproportionate. So now I got to fix that. And what I do first, I try to at least get down all the anatomy down right first, right? Musculature, blah blah blah. Make sure everything's nice and proportionate and stuff like that. The real challenge comes in is when I have to design a costume for it. So I've already done 2, and you know what? I gotta admit, when it comes to costume designing, I'm I don't want to say I'm not original, but sometimes you really got to think. It's like what character do I make up now? And
Yeah.
yeah, um, because I've always been attracted to the type of comics. Like, don't get me wrong, I like superhero comics and stuff like that. Iron Man, Captain America, Batman, Superman, blah blah blah. The whole gamut, right? But I've always been more attracted to mostly, I suppose you could say, manga stories where it involves just an ordinary person, right?
Yeah.
That ends up doing extraordinary things. And
Very much in the
and
spirit of like someone like Tolkien.
yeah, exactly, right. So that's where I like to tell stories from. And so designing characters or just coming up with a character like willy-nilly is just sometimes hard for me. So the first one I did was what was that? Cowboy Bob versus the Manicore. So that
That
one was
sounds like
kind of funny.
porno right now.
Yeah, it kind of does. So basically, a guy with horns and a cow's udder and a cowbell, because you need more cowbell. And
$22 pizza. How much do I give the pizza guy? I'm saying 25.
If he gets to
Wait, whoa!
respond,
You're gonna tip the guy 20? Wait, ah, damn it! I just
$3.
dropped the piece. Oh, I thought you were gonna tip the guy $21 for a $25
No,
pizza.
yeah.
Crazy?
Yeah, because I have money
Ah.
coming out my ass. Yeah, that would be crazy.
I dropped the Lego
Wow.
piece. Hold on,
Okay.
because you shocked
Ladies and
me with that whole.
Ladies and gentlemen, Admiral Teague's gambit of being more than insane has worked once again, as a Lego piece has gone free range on the floor. We saw this before yesterday, Mike. Do you
Oh, I
think
do believe
the other
so.
day, Mike? Now, if we've seen anything about Ranker Steve, he's good on his Lego recovery game.
I
Did you learn
believe
that
it.
from the great Russian masters? You want to pass on some information?
Well, I think it was nice that you lulled him into a false sense of security, thus dropping the Lego piece.
Yeah, thank you,
I
man.
haven't seen that kind of move since the Lego build of '87.
As J.J. Abrams says, listen, all y'all, it's sabotage.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, God. Way to butcher a Beastie Boys song in a crappy movie.
My dog is chilling right beside me.
Planet Journeys 2 is terrible. Hey, dog.
Yeah. Everyone always thinks it's a
Dog.
boy, and it's not like, no, that's a girl.
Mm-hmm. I do love me a good Beastie Boys song. So
I'm not a big fan of Beastie Boys. Is that okay for me to say, or is
You're
it
allowed
not,
to
like,
say it.
sacrilegious?
you know what?
Rap?
It's okay for you to say. Everybody
If I
has their
said it-
particular music proclivities.
If I said it, someone would be dispatched from Bully Central in Queens to kick my ass for talking bad about the Beastie Boys. But
Yeah.
I happen to like them, and I think they have like 4 distinct styles. You know what? They were a hardcore punk band, and like they were only going just so far. And when rap came out, they changed their name from Murphy's Law to the Beast. Is it Murphy's Law to the Beastie Boys?
Yeah.
And they went out there doing the rap stuff just as like almost like a joke. And then they got really serious about it and made a couple of really good rap albums, including like Paul's Boutique, highly underrated, and just good work by the Beastie Boys. And coming from a point where rap really changes and they change with it.
Yep.
And
I don't know. I'm not a big Beastie Boys fan. I think they're good. Don't get me wrong. They're not terrible. But it's like, I can go probably about 10 years not listening to a Beastie Boys song and be okay.
You ever hear like that one album where they play their own instruments and it's really punky and really basic and really that one's their best, in my opinion, the best one.
I'll agree. I think that one is good because it's them actually having fun. But we
find out you're allowed. I'm just saying we find out that there's more to them than 3 guys who yell into the mic in unison every 5th word, because that's kind of the way they rap. It's like, don't you believe the hype, hype, hype? Like everyone yells the 5th word together. But on the album where they actually play a lot of instruments, it's like, wow, they have a different kind of talent. They really do know music. They know what they're doing. And then they jam Sabbath very well, better than some Sabbath cover bands. So, hats off. But yeah, you don't have to love their stuff. And a lot of it is campy.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Paul Revere, though, good song.
Yeah. Like for me, see, here's the thing about me is I grew up on a lot of like rock and roll stuff. Like Metallica's my band. That's my jam, dude. I could listen to. My wife doesn't like Metallica. I get why. But I could listen to Metallica all day. And a lot of people don't like their new album. It's okay, but it's,
No, I like Metallica. Metallica's really good. Like, you're on safe ground there. It's just that this rap thing sort of happened around me in my town as I was growing up. Like, why wouldn't I pay attention to it? And like, some of it turned out to be amazing. Like, did you know the guitar player from Slayer backs up Run DMC and Public Enemy on some songs?
I think I heard something about that. I'm not 100% sure.
Run DMC, Miss Elaine, and She Watches Channel Zero by Public Enemy have some of the most thrash. When those bands do heavy metal, they get the best heavy metal guy and do the band's most heavy metal thrashing riff.
Yeah, but I
And they self-identify as punk rock rap. Like it's punk rock first because they used to play with
You do?
No, the guys in
You
Public
look like a
Enemy.
guy who would actually like if he had a daughter, you would jam out. You would put in Beastie Boys.
I would
and it's
jam
like-
the beast. I would
Be like,
jam
look,
out.
instead of like a shotgun, you would just play Beastie Boys. They'd be
Maybe
like,
the
"What is
Ramones.
this?"
How about the Ramones?
I'm not a big fan. Like that's the other thing. I'm not a big fan of them. Like when I say that in the sense of, I just never really grew up listening to that.
The funny thing is, most of their fame comes after they break up, and after the last of them dies, everyone decides, okay, let's now use their music in commercials.
Yeah.
And it's all over the place. The Clash as well. Like the lead singer had to die before people started using the music all the time. And then we got to a point in like the aughts where all you heard was music from when me and Mike were in college. Remember when How Soon Is Now became a Buick commercial and you're like, fuck, it's a luxury car. That's my demographic now. Fuck.
Okay, now my customer just showed up. Super. And
It's going to give you a ton of
Yeah.
money.
well, pretty much. I'm
Hey,
gonna
Dark
work out the
Helmet
whole
in the
thing, but
chat. What's going on?
But she already
Good to
put
see
down
our pal.
$100 on this, and I just found out something interesting about this customer because I served her. I think it was like last year or the year before. She's a Disney stockholder.
Ooh.
Ooh, yes. And they're thinking about selling their stock because much of the videos that she brought in are the old Disney animated classics. So that she wants saved to digital. And I said, "Oh, so you must be really impressed with a lot of the live action movies that are in theaters now." And she's like, "No, they're utter crap." So she's got stuff like Mary Poppins and the Adventures of Winnie the Pooh and Pollyanna and the Jungle Book. And she said that, oh, she even has That Darn Cat. That's awesome. That was a good movie.
Which one, Christina Ricci or Sandy Duncan?
The early one, I
yeah.
do believe. Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Sup, the goat
high-quality
father's
film.
here.
All right.
I have to behave myself. My producer's in the chat now.
Tons of
How am I
this-
doing? How does the
tons of
makeup
this
look on me?
stuff.
Do it look good?
Everyone
Two
loves the
boxes.
Godfather.
And so she's like, yeah, after The Little Mermaid and what was the one that came out before that? Friggin'
The live action one?
Low effort
the
live
live
action
action.
by Disney.
yeah,
Why are
she's
people
like,
so-
we're
What is-
selling our stock.
How is Ranker Steve, in a mild mannered way, able to simply list that a movie is doing poorly, not call anyone any names or say anything mean, and get so much fucking hate? He's reporting
You saw that
what
comment?
it's-
Did you see that comment?
So many people have told you to go
I did.
delete yourself because you're like, The Little Mermaid has made this much money. And they're like, you're an arsist because you said that. And it's like, what about all the people who didn't go see it? Like, isn't it part their fault too? If that's the Matrix? And where
Well,
are
did
your
you
two
guys-
ticket stubs?
So there's a guy who I posted it on Twitter when I got the new account, and I said they're rounding up. It hasn't hit $500 million.
You mean that satirical account that's just like yours?
Yeah, the satirical count.
That guy,
Yeah.
not
And-
Ranker Steve. He thinks a lot like you, though.
So it's taken about 5 weeks for Little Mermaid to get to 500 million. It needs close to probably 620, something around there. And this guy commented, goes, and you still broke worrying about numbers that you'll never reach. Here's the thing. I don't care about money or numbers. I don't. Like,
Yeah.
I always say time is money and money is time. Like, it costs me to do things. And it's this whole thing where people don't understand how box office works.
No,
It's
they don't.
hilarious.
Well, I
They
mean,
don't.
this person is worse than that because the number that it finally crossed was like a week 2 number, and we're in like week 9, and they're like, "You said it would never do this," and it's like at this point, 300% further into the future than when I said it wouldn't make it by this date. Like, aren't you just underscoring that I was right? You know, that person like basically validated what you said in their rebuke of what you said,
Yeah.
which is the best kind of enemy to have.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
I like how I put in a rant. I gotta look for another piece. There,
Yeah, but
we
look,
there we go.
that movie was supposed to do that number in about 2 or 3 weeks, and we're at like what? Like
No,
9,
that
12
number was
weeks?
supposed to be done in
2 weeks, right? A week.
A week and a half, about 2 weeks. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
about 2
you're right,
weekends.
2 weeks.
Yeah, because
Round it
500
off.
million in one weekend, it would be like, this is the new greatest statement movie of all
But here's the
time.
thing.
Sit up and pay attention to Mermaid Contender. I mean, I'm sorry.
Well,
Oscar
here's
Contender.
the issue that I have with it is whenever you talk about box office numbers, and I'm putting this on backwards because I can't read. Whenever you mention box office numbers, they don't understand. Like, people don't understand how it works because you have to because they don't report the marketing cost.
No, they
Right.
don't. They never do.
And
And
yeah,
lawyers.
because it's pointless. To me, it's pointless to bring up that stuff because that's business stuff. It's not part of
Right. If
what-
you want to drive a Lamborghini, you
Yeah.
can't complain about the price of gas.
Exactly.
yeah.
We're gonna
So
make a
whenever you
tentpole movie,
mention
so we got to market it. Sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
so whenever you mention box office stuff and you say, well, it needs to make actually this much, they'll call you out, like the amount of hate. Because I never
Oh, yeah.
talked about the actress who played Little Mermaid. Supposedly, I've heard from her she does a really good job. Awesome. Like, that's the thing. If you're gonna do a race walk or whatever, I don't. At the end of the day, I don't care. But as long as that person does a really good job and upholds the character, the value of what the character is, and
Yes.
that's fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. Like the Batman, the Commissioner Gordon, before he became commissioner, he was black. Did a really good job. That guy sold it.
Yep.
Wasn't
and
the best
it's-
movie, but he does do a good job. He
Yeah,
seems
and I
like
thought
a very
Catwoman was
serious
good.
pro.
Was good. It's
Catwoman she did a good job. It was Batman's whole world that didn't have a stick-to-itiveness or an endurance.
yeah.
It was just a very bland Gotham City, a movie that was paced a rung too slow when you could have cut 20 minutes out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tried to
How the
minimize the
fuck am I gonna
damage.
do this?
I don't know what to say about that as far as like when they were looking at this putting together the Batman, they're like, maybe we can minimize the damage. We may have gone a bit too far in a few places. Because I mean,
But anyway, the thing is, this lady came in and her husband have Disney stock and they're selling it. They're like,
That's
you know
my
what,
pizza.
these movies that are coming out are dismal, and we've been watching the market and everything is tanking from Disney. We don't care if it's like Star Wars, Marvel, Disney itself, all the movies are failing and we're just getting rid of our stock. We just had enough. And that's why she brought in all these Disney movies and such, so her grandkids can enjoy the actual original classics. There you go. Yep. So, yeah, and good for her. And I'll do it. So, there.
Sure, yeah.
So, other than that, yeah, making up comic characters, having fun doing it. Finally had a customer come in. There we go. Got that out of the way. And enjoying you watch a Lego build right now. And what was it? Earlier today, Admiral Teague and I, we were watching Secret Invasion, Episode 2.
How's that show?
it's a high quality story told with the most caring of ways.
That pretty much sums it all up. Just
The reaction is priceless.
oh yeah. You can
Secret
sound
Wars.
clip that, and seeing how Goat is in the chat, I give you full permission to just go ahead and clip that sound and use it whenever possible. So yeah, it's just a lot of blah 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 blah. Powerful white women talking down to men. And
You do get a bit of that, yeah.
yeah, oh yeah, we do.
If you're a fan.
Let's see.
That
Yep.
kind of thing.
Digits being snipped off.
Oh yeah, they cut someone's fingers off.
Yeah, somebody's pinky
I-
off. Yeah.
I was thinking something totally different. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. And then as predicted earlier in the episode, I thought, you know what? Yeah, they'll probably have like about maybe 5 minutes of action, and that's about it. And that happened.
So when I saw that trailer, it actually looked good. I was like, ooh, this
Yeah.
is pretty good.
Yeah.
The 1 minute that looked okay.
Yeah, it did. Oh, and how many producers did they have on this one? It was like
They got
what
by
was it?
with just 12 or 13. It was not
Yeah.
like Star Trek, but most of the same people. It was the same executive producers as Planet Journey, Steve. The same fucking people.
Yeah. Not
So have you
kidding.
figured out? I don't. T. Do you know what I'm building? If you do, don't mention it. I'm just
Think
wondering
about
if you
that
know
one.
what I'm building.
I don't know what's being built. I didn't. I want to
You
have a
didn't get the
sense of
memo?
wonder. No, I figure I should represent the audience's sense of wonder.
There we go. Maybe I could give a hint like I did last time.
Yes, give a
But-
hint, but don't
Okay.
do a hint fully.
No,
But
exactly.
you can do a hint. I'll let you do a hint.
This was invented originally not in America, but actually in Germany back in 1886.
War. He's creating a Lego depiction of war.
You're close.
What? You said it was a German invention.
You did.
I did, yes. I don't think the Germans invented war.
I beg to differ.
I'll leave that to the Sumerians and the Babylonians.
What country had the 100 Years' War? I ask you.
That was France.
No, that was
England.
Germany. Didn't they kind of get over into Germany too? Isn't it all of them kind of because like it's just baronies going after each other? Like no one has a real border yet.
Well, that's what led to World War One when what was it, Baron? I don't know, Baron, whatever his name is, basically spent everything, or the prince, or the. Hey, Canadian Spider-Man, how's it going, dude?
Hey, hell, Canadian Spidey, good to see you.
I'm sending him a link.
Oh, I like how we did that. The Comic Relief Crusader.
Ooh.
Ooh, so fancy. How do you put that in the chat? Yeah, so that's hint number one. And the person that invented.
Wait a minute. No.
Said,
Wait.
yes. Oh, yes. Trust me on this. And the person who invented it, his name is still on the product to this day. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Look it up.
Okay. You're wow.
Yeah.
A telephone?
No.
Because I know that I pick up my Marconiogram and dial a number into it to talk to people who have other smart Marconiograms.
Ah.
That's right. My cell phone works on the Marconi principle. That's why it can't be hacked.
Man, I'm grabbing all. I didn't really organize this bag.
Yep, that way I keep Admiral T guessing and wondering what it is. Spidey might.
So you
get
didn't
it.
see the. So Teague, you didn't see it, right?
No.
No.
Okay.
And I hear, and I won't go back into the tweets to look.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
I will join the audience on its journey of wonderment and fascination because that's isn't that part of what the build stream is? It's like
Yeah.
sometimes you title it,
Pretty
and
much.
sometimes just like what I want to do here is Ranker Steve is just carrying me along on this journey. As Carl Sagan would say, join me upon the ship of the imagination. There are no limits to where we can go. So, I mean, this could be anything. This could actually be the script to a good Star Wars sequel. By the end of this, we might have a good. This is a good.
Buddy, I don't know.
It's only Legos. Let's just say you have as good of a chance as writing a good one as the people who are on it now. With what you have in front of
There's
you.
a chance. All right, here's a clue. What I'm about to put it
Yeah.
right now.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ranker Steve saves Star Wars with a box of Legos in a cave.
Oh, poop. How did I put this in? No. Yeah, I did put it in right.
St-
Woohoo!
that
Oh, I
that
put it in
that
the
to
other
me
way.
seems to be a steering wheel. So I'm going to say it's a Zamboni.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yes. Yes, it is. Sure. Well, yeah.
Mike only knows what a Zamboni is because he has to drive one to work half the year, living in fucking snowbilly land.
That's right. Way up in the Canadian Arctic tundra.
Oh, that's where this is going.
Now, is it hard for your pill heads to get pills up there? Do people still bring drugs that far, like into the wilderness? Do you have like a cocaine bear, Pony Express network? How do they get drugs there?
Tell us,
Yeah,
man.
pretty
Tell
much.
us.
I mean, all the way to from Mexico and most of them,
really?
at least on Western Canada, makes their way up to Calgary, where apparently, for some odd reason, there seems to be a network in Calgary, which is rather odd because Calgary is a pretty decent city. And they're from there heads up all the way up to Edmonton and all around Western Canada. So, and on the eastern seaboard, they seem to be coming in through Halifax, Nova Scotia. And then, of course, you got Montreal and Toronto. So, yeah, and apparently Toronto just elected their mayor again, and for some odd reason this mayor looks like Edna Mole from The Incredibles and a communist. So
Hey.
Damn communists.
Yep.
That's pizza.
there we go. Yes. So, if Canadian Spider-Man's still in the chat, I don't know if he got the hint.
He's busy.
But he's always busy.
He doesn't want to hang out with us, man.
He's in the middle of building a
priorities,
over the
living
top.
life,
Oh.
upkeeping his property, making a living.
He's building a roof over the top of the hot tub on our deck and drinking beers. You dirty bugger, you.
Sounds painful.
Yeah. Dang. If I could only alleviate that pain.
There's a piece I'm trying to find now.
However, thanks to July 1st coming up on a Saturday, I'm getting a 4-day long weekend. So that's awesome for me.
Yeah, like this is a confusing weekend as for when we should say drop the ID for movie watch. Just when are people going to be traveling? When is it the most opportune for it to be heard? And when can we do it without wrecking anyone else's 4th of July?
I don't know, but I'm trying to find a piece now.
And remember, as a Cuban American, I'm required to go on the roof and fire off no less than 300 rounds of automatic machine gun fire to contribute to the 4th of July celebration. Because, say hello to my little friend.
LA.
Every 4th of July, it's the same thing. I go to the roof and I yell, So, you want to fuck with me? You're fucking with the best. And I just fire off the whole round, go back downstairs.
Yeah, you ungrateful colonialists.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not my fault we were pre-kicking ass.
Am I supposed to be ashamed?
1812.
Am I supposed to be ashamed that my ancestors were smart enough to take a boat, strap guns to it, float around, and bluff people into thinking they could hit anything with it to the point where they surrendered? Am I supposed to be ashamed of that?
No.
No.
Yeah, fuck
No.
that. We strapped guns to boats and intimidated people like, fuck you. We'll take everything you have.
I am conquistador. I know what I'm doing.
And I'm part Native American, so I oppressed myself.
There we go.
I got a lot of emotions about it, yeah.
We can tell. Sorry, that was a name joke.
You're such a douchebag hard on.
Yes, I am. Oh, that was the wrong bag, wasn't it? Yeah.
No.
What bag was this one?
That is the great spirit who watched over my Native American ancestors punishing you.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
I have to message Anti-Derivative Jill about something.
Tell her I said hi. She's the best. And
Just
you know
tell
what?
her, delete the picture I sent you.
Yeah,
No one has to worry about it.
I was drunk.
It's just a wedding dress. Don't worry.
I
Done
see your,
and
I,
done.
I s- when I see pictures of Vulcans in someone's avatar, I become excited.
Oh,
I understandably lost control.
So I need to label these bags a little bit better.
Probably. So I'm not sure if anybody caught that tweet that I made earlier about the Fantastic Four cast.
Is that
Um,
legit?
Is it ridiculous? What do they do?
It seems so far like it just might be.
Okay, so it's not a real.
Apparently, this is from a well-known MCU insider. I'm trying to verify it. But yeah, Adam Driver as Reed Richards, Margot Robbie
okay
as
with
Sue
that.
Storm. Yeah, I'm okay with that too. Margot Robbie as Sue Storm, Paul Mescal as Johnny Storm, and David Diggs as Ben Grimm. So
I don't even know who that is.
I don't know either.
Come on, you don't know David Diggs? Jeez,
No, I
you
don't know.
guys are just, you're fucking
Should I
Philistines.
care?
No.
No, probably not. I don't know. Actor, rapper, singer, songwriter. Allegedly.
Oh, is he from The Weekends?
That's a good question.
By the way,
If it is, his show Idol failed, so I don't give two craps.
I'm trying to think. Oh, he was in Blackish, The Get Down, The Unbreakable, Kimmy Schmidt. He was on Law and Order a few times. What was it? The TV adaptation of Snowpiercer. What was it? It's been in a few films. Oh, he was in Zootopia.
Yeah, I don't.
Or yeah, had his debut. So
I have issues with Zootopia.
oh, wait, now I know the name. He voiced Sebastian in the Little Mermaid live action film.
Yeah, I don't. Whatever. I don't.
God.
Yeah.
It's a shame that man must feel.
And now we know.
At least he's getting paid. That's the thing. It's you're getting paid. Like,
Yeah.
it's not really the actor's fault per se, but
And no one saw his face, so he really got off easily.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
true.
like
I'll give him that.
the chick
Poor
who
Halle
played was
Bailey.
the chick that was gonna be in Batgirl, like first movie she ever did. I actually genuinely felt bad. I was like, man, that kind of sucks. Like, that's your first movie,
Yeah.
but it's like you got paid, so there's
Although,
some good things.
I
out of
didn't
it.
see her going mean about the movie being canceled
No.
either. When everyone else went mean, like the writer and the director went mean, and she was like, "This happens."
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, okay.
My dough.
Yeah,
come.
she was pretty chill about it.
And even Brendan Fraser was like, maybe the movie wasn't too good. Although I heard it
Maybe.
tested higher than The Flash, which is now starting to become easier to believe.
Dude, that
Yeah.
movie's gonna.
Oh yeah. Let's see what else. Yeah, I mean, speaking of Brandon Fraser, a couple of months ago, I watched The Whale with him in it. Really good movie.
That's what I heard. I want to see it.
Isn't it more like a really good performance about a really terrible story, right? Like his life is horribly inadmirable.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he really plays it good. Dang,
Yeah.
the fat suit that they got on him. Jeez,
It's
like
so believable. He looks like
it
he's
is.
that. Yeah.
It's extremely believable. Yeah, I mean, this is. I would have to say this is a really good triumphant comeback for him in that movie.
He wants to do the Mummy. I heard.
He should have a small role in the Mummy movie. Why not? Why should he not reprise his character? And that goofball Mummy character that he had was a lot of fun and wouldn't necessarily have to change. He just like maybe not as ass kicking because he's older, but you could replace that with smartness because that character was a little not smart.
Yeah,
which is a great way of saying which is good words. He's a little not smart.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know where my brain was gonna go. This is coming along. To the two people watching, thanks for joining.
That's right.
Usually this is not your I know some people think I was like, I thought this was Manorama. No, that's every Thursday.
That's right. Tomorrow on Rumble, Manorama.
Oh yeah. We're gonna talk about wilderness. I'm Vincent and Canadian Spider-Man are joining us tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Sweet deal.
I've been talking to Culture Casino. He's been really busy, so that's why he hasn't been on the show. So, which
Wow.
is totally fine.
Yeah, you know what? That show of his, though, it's become like one of my favorite parts of my early afternoon. Like,
It's a fun
great
show.
TV.
I really like it.
He's so engaging. What a great broadcaster. What a great broadcaster. And I hope I get to be on that Manorama. I promise not to simp on him.
Wait, you hope to be on Manorama? You are on Manorama, dude.
I hope to make it onto that particular episode.
Oh, I can't.
Because I can't. I know you can't. But the thing is, I promise not to simp on Culture, but I do think he's great.
I base every episode on people who are on the show or who have been on the show. So like Wilderness, Canadian Spider-Man is going to be on, of course. That's an obvious.
You know what? I've never subscribed to him. I am now.
Dude, I'm going to tell Rick Moranis.
When you get around to being an indoorsman, that's my skill. Indoorsmanship.
I mean, I've seen him around, and that's odd. I don't know why.
He's a great guy.
I could have swore I subbed to him. That's interesting. Well, if I didn't before, I am now. So,
ole, 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 ole. So, yeah, I'm just building away.
there we go.
I am thinking about doing on fucking I gotta flip this over.
By the way, am I to understand that we've been wrong? It's not building Legos according to Communist Relief Crusader. It's building Lego.
Yeah.
That there is
Yeah,
no
you're
plural
building with
form.
Lego. Yep.
You know,
But
that's collectivism.
you're on
friend.
you're on my show, so it's Legos.
There you go.
Lego.
I don't believe in collectivism. Every Lego is an individual.
Okay there.
Everything is awesome.
Every Lego is both male and female too.
Everybody's sperm is sacred.
I like it. Oh, it goes right here.
Oh. Did somebody message me?
By the way, folks, if you're in the mood for a little bit of sci-fi and Star Trek stuff, our friend Anti-Druid of Jill's channel is in the chat. She's just about on the edge of monetization, so you should go there and absolutely sub her because she is an amazing YouTube creator who's really nice.
I think she should
good for
go
her.
to Rumble.
She
I
should
think
probably
she
be on
should
Rumble.
too. Yes.
I think I really do like what she does, and I support her a lot. And I think
Yep.
that she should go. I think everyone should go, except a few other people. You should just stay where you are
Yep.
and let us have fun. I'm not going to name any names, but just stay here.
Yeah.
Me, on the other hand, I'm jumping ship. I'm only on here on YouTube because I'm not able to go on to Rumble by myself. Unless Goatfather wants to join in, then we can.
I like the way that came out. It's like I'm not allowed to go on Rumble by myself. So get it done responsible. Now, Stevie, I know you don't want to go on Rumble.
Hold my hand.
You're gonna have to get by with YouTube. I'm sorry that Rumble's
That's
a little
funny.
too fast.
But I want to rumble.
But I can do it.
Shut up. If you
Don't
get
make me put my foot up on your ass.
if you get all A's in all of your subjects in school this year, you can go on Rumble for an hour.
Hooray.
Shit.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Piece of crap, man. I did it again.
Oops, he did
Crap.
it again.
Yeah.
He played with Lego. Got fucked up again.
And not to mention Admiral Teague's dastardly plan to cover the entire surface of the earth with transparent Legos so no one can ever walk barefoot again.
Oh, you monster.
I am a monster. Then
am.
we will pave.
I put this
over
all
the
upside
earth.
down.
Oh no!
Oh shit. Well, that's pretty damn crappy.
I know.
Upside down.
Wait, did I or did I not? Hold on. Before I do anything else, I gotta figure this out. Because it's this thing right here, so it's like they're both the same, but you have this on one side. Hold on.
Ranker Steve is retreating back to the short bus to see a selection of Legos. He's talking to his Lego caddy. You're
No, I did it right.
there we go.
Shit! Now I gotta put it back together. Ah, damn it. Oh man. Hold on. This is good. It was cold earlier. Now it's hot. Woo!
We just saw the Ranker Gambit there, ladies and gentlemen. He thought he knew what he was doing. You've seen this- the view count just went up by 5.
Yep, there we go.
So Ranker
Hey, there you
Steve
go.
will take off his shirt if 5 more people join the channel right now. And he will get the Rumble logo tattooed across his entire back if 200 people join the channel in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, hello there, John.
Are you kidding, Bud Lido? For fuck's sake, this is hilarious.
I'll get the Rumble
I'm
logo
really screwing this
tattooed.
up. Hold on.
The hero every summer party deserves, Bud Light.
In a world where people call Bud Light actual beer. I
Oh
call
no,
it
I'm
good,
serious.
it's a good glass of water spoiled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
handing out Bud Lights. There we go.
What is this just like just giving them away basically because they're expiring? Is that what we're seeing here?
Probably, yeah.
You know, I predicted this. Just want to say I predicted this.
Stop saying I predicted this. We all knew it.
It was pretty easy to predict. Yeah, that was like it's like the space shuttle exploded. Well, then it's going to crash. Like, yeah, no shit, genius. It's like yeah, one piece of information sort of gave light to the next. It was like
One guy just took the GIF and is like, fix it by putting the video in reverse.
like
So
day
it
one,
looks like
they-
everybody's giving back their Bud Lights.
well, Bud Light had like a Flintstone effect, right? Where like they drop a campaign that's just a little too cute and a little too activist, and then for
Oh,
a moment, everyone hangs in midair with their feet flying around in a circle like Fred Flintstone, and then
Yeah.
like momentum engages and everyone just takes off at 10 times normal speed, and like before you know it,
Yep.
this boycott is so big that Anheuser-Busch is calling it out of hand and begging for mercy. And then we find out that somehow Bud Light had been the #1 beer in America, to which I say
Yep.
there's a lot of people in this country that are easily pleased. And I now understand the success of Multiverse Madness.
And hail John Capula. who's in the
Hey,
chat who
John.
just joined in. How's it going, dude?
So I
So-
did have it right. It was just I had it upside down.
Ah,
Okay.
there we
So
go.
we're good. Sometimes every once in a while you're building Lego. You never know.
You got to go with the
Forrest Gump was right.
Is equal part instinct and instruction on the Lego.
So, just to reiterate for everybody that's in the chat that may not have caught the first hint the first time, this item that Rancor Steve is building right now on Lego build number 4 is
clue.
something that has been invented back in Germany back in 1886 on January 29th. And the
Now you're
inventor,
really making it. You're giving way too much. That's too much of a clue, buddy.
Well, I mean,
Nice
we've
one.
already eliminated the #1 choice. War was specifically excluded. Not building
and the
a war.
inventor's name is still on the product to this day.
Did they have the initials, the same initials as Amber Heard?
That's that.
Are you building a Volkswagen?
No,
Da.
Because that would work out.
because Volkswagen did not come out until World War II.
The people's car.
Yes, the people's car.
Gee, whose idea was it to start that company? I wonder.
Let's not get into it.
Can imagine. John Capola is close.
It was Amber
Yeah.
Heard. Amber Heard started Volkswagen.
It was
Yes.
Jennifer Lawrence because she did it first.
You
So-
know,
Do you guys okay? So when that joke came out, how old did that joke get?
it's never gonna get old. She managed to meme herself into it's insane how that joke has lasted. This is like 5 or 8 months later. Right? What was the
Wow.
movie she said it for?
I can't
it was from
remember
Hunger
because it's
Games.
not relevant enough.
No,
Oh,
no,
It
yeah.
was
but what
because
was
of Hunger Games.
a new movie was coming out where she was on the publicity tour for it? Or was it a
Ah.
release of like right? What was she? What was? When did she say it? Can we put a pin in how old this statement is? Because the joke's not
Probably.
going anywhere.
No.
Everyone's using it.
Canadian Spider-Man got it. He's building a chrome butt plug powered by coal.
Yes.
Here,
there you
here.
go.
Yes. Yeah, there we go. You got it.
John Cipolla is probably a cotton gin.
Yeah. the
That
cotton
was
gin,
invented by Eli Whitney in America. So
Yeah. There we go.
I will say this: John has watched every single one of these,
you
and
know,
I
That's
think.
right.
Correct me if I'm wrong, John, but I think you have watched the first one, all like 4 hours and 30 minutes of me doing
Yep.
the Bugatti, and I think I want to say he did that, and geez,
I think that John Cipolla deserves a wrench.
I think so too. On
Hmm.
that note, you're gonna lose a wrench, Teague, and he is gonna. No, I'm just kidding.
There's only a finite number of wrenches. Wait, you mean I don't get the 4-finger ring with the YouTube logo on it when we get monetized?
Maybe. Wait, I'm never gonna get monetized on YouTube. Never, and I'm okay with that.
In a world where the Kardashians are 30 years old, 30 years into their TV careers, and South Park's going to season 27, no, we'll get monetized eventually. I'm sure of it.
I'm monetized on Rumble, not here though.
I think the
Which
right
I'm
thing to
okay
do
with.
right now is to declare for not this election, but the following one to run for president. Just declare right now. When
Me
is the
running
next
for
one?
president?
No, I think you
Maybe.
should. I want you to run for
Eventually.
president because
Why me?
no one under 6 feet tall has been elected president since the invention of television, and I think that you could turn that on its head. And you're taller than Harry S. Truman, so damn it, it wouldn't like be record-settingly short either.
That's right. Plus, on top of that, you can fall back on your Egyptian heritage, and nobody can call you racist.
And we can steal the
They'd-
campaign money.
They'd have to vote for you because if they don't, they're racist.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's a
That's
landslide.
right. If you want to
Yeah.
buy a limited good person card that you can show to people to prove that you're a good person, donate to this channel.
If you don't, you're
I'm
want
racist.
to be a
trying to figure this all out now.
You know what? Honestly, you know what a good person license is when someone's like, "You were really rude to that waitress," and you're like, "Fuck you! I'm an executive producer of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. I was empowering women before this woman ever got my order wrong."
Oh, and we got a tip from Canadian Spider-Man as he's going tubing in the river right now. He gives a tip. When
Just the
going
tip.
to tubing, always take your doobies in 2 different waterproof containers just in case.
Oh,
Thank
I
you,
would
Canadian
love that
Spider-Man, for that
experience.
tubing. There we go.
I'd love to have that experience. By the way, just like sitting there in the tube, and yeah,
Oh yeah,
I'm envious, Canadian Spider-Man.
and we be tubing.
Get in the hole. That's what she said. There we go. Fuck if I know. All right.
Let's see what's in this box. Prince of Egypt, Joseph King. of
What's in the
Dreams,
box?
Music
Prince of Egypt's a
Machine,
great movie.
Yeah,
it
it is.
is.
I
Yep.
love Prince of Egypt.
The Amazing Book, Jungle Doctor Stories, Dr. Paul White. Okay. Mystery Lights of Navajo Mesa, Legend of Desert Bigfoot #2.
By the way, I just
Escape
want to
from
say very
Lake
quickly,
Fire.
Val Kilmer is God. By which I mean, in Prince of Egypt, Val Kilmer plays God.
Yeah, there you go. He does.
He did?
Swinging
That's
Survivor-
his
yeah, he
voice
did.
too, as God. Yeah,
Yep.
Wow.
yeah, he's good voice
Um,
acting. Behold, he doesn't really. He's got such a great speaking voice when he had one. It's a shame.
Yogi Bear's Jellystone Gems. Okay.
Hey.
Ooh,
Yogi, what?
The Ugly Dutch Hunt by Disney. Fiddler on the Roof. Oh, that's a good movie. By
Yeah.
MGM Studios. Oh God, Magic School Bus, really? Okay, whatever. Babar, The Tales of Peter Rabbit, and Benjamin Bunny, Charlotte's Web, The Incredible Journey by Disney. That's not a bad movie. The original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The Nutcracker,
What
The
are you
Darn
reading?
Cat.
Yeah, I think
The
you-
list of all these videos that lady gave me that is dumping her Disney stock.
Oh.
Yeah, The Man of La Mancha. That's a good movie.
Which one, Peter O'Toole or?
Let me have a look here. I think it might be the Peter O'Toole one, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm a big fan of that particular
yes, it
story.
is the Peter O'Toole one.
Unfortunately, though, his acting is strong. He's not only just so good of a singer, and he has a singing approach that is more akin to like a British Piccadilly Circus style than we would ever let go on Broadway. But not bad. The story's still very good. The thing is, I saw it on Broadway with Brian Stokes Mitchell, and you'll never believe it. I guess I told you this one already, but do you remember who I told you played Dulcinea?
No, not off the top of my head.
It was Gina from Scarface.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so when she comes out to sing the song, like she's singing It's Beautiful, and in my head all I can hear is, "Do you want to fuck me, Tony?" It's like, oh God, it's Gina.
No.
Burned.
So
into my
you
brain.
mess with me, you're messing with the best. Walking out of the theater, people are like, "Sing, get out of the way, move out of the way for bad guy. Bad guy coming through." That was a shock, but she was great in it. She was great. Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio can sing. Yeah, she might not have been the best Maid Marian, but she was an amazing Dulcinea.
Sweet.
They may not have gotten Maid Marian quite right yet. The first one's pretty hot. The one for the 40s is pretty hot.
True. I'll go along with that. Let's see here.
Prince of Thieves is a movie you want to watch. I mean, you want to like, but every once in a while it throws yet another immersion-breaking moment at you.
Yeah, it does.
And then Alan Rickman wins you back for a while, and then it switches back to Kevin Costner, and the movie breaks into pieces again.
Does.
And then
It's
Alan
like,
Rickman very quickly wins you back again.
It's about it. It's like, crap, I forgot Kevin Costner's in this.
Like my one line review. This movie's lost when this bad guy is off screen.
God, I can't believe I took a date to that. But she sort of kind of liked it, but whatever.
Most unexpected sex after a date would be when I took my date to see Pet Sematary. It's like, you're turned on after that?
Nice choice. So, oh God.
Now, some of these have stickers on them, and I have to get the ones without the stickers first.
Right.
So that's always fun.
Yeah.
I'll be in this bed.
What are the hints we have so far? What was the first hint? Not the all too specific second hint. First hint was what? Invented in Canada?
Germany.
Invented in Germany. Same thing.
Right.
And you guys are all going to be so much happier.
Whatever.
Yeah, same thing.
But potato,
Who
potato.
cares?
You know what? It's like Austria and Australia. They're all pretty much the same thing. Austria and Australia, not a lot of differences.
They're nothing alike.
Yeah,
what are you
buddy,
talking
they're
about?
not.
They're spelled almost exactly the same. It's only a couple of letters difference.
That's about it.
Australians and German-speaking Austrians equally easy to understand. You ever listen to an Australian person talk?
Schwarzenegger came from Austria, like an actor like Yahoo Serious came from Australia. So
Right, and Mel Gibson is from New York,
but he's Australian.
but he's an American from New York.
Yeah,
He's a great New York
might-
actor, like De Niro.
a camera. Ooh, I might want to buy this camera. Red Dragon Epic X 6K Cinema.
Famous
camera
last words
bundle.
from Mike.
Yeah.
If you ever want to make Mel Gibson angry, say that to him. It's like, aren't you famous New York actor Mel Gibson?
Do you really think he'd get
Yeah,
mad
exactly.
over that?
I think you'd be
Yeah.
shocked. I think he'd be like, "How the hell did you know that, mate?"
It depends on how drunk he is. So
Yeah, you want to catch
Yeah.
him in like the Goldilocks zone of his intoxication to ask him a question
Exactly.
that potentially angering. Although I think it's possible Russell Crowe has a worse drinking problem because man, he looks the wreck these days.
I like Mel
yeah,
Gibson. I
maybe.
have no issue with him.
No, neither do I.
He's a
Neither
great
do I.
filmmaker.
Or Russell Crowe. Much.
I put
Russell
the
Crowe
wrong
is.
piece on. Did I? Yep, I did.
I
it
think
backwards.
Russell Crowe does a great job establishing the deadbeat father trope in Superman: Man of Steel, where he's one of two bad fathers that Superman has. Which the other one is Kevin Costner, bringing us full circle in this conversation. Who's a worse father to Superman? CGI ghost Russell Crowe or real life CGI ghost Kevin Costner, who's not really present in that movie in a way that makes sense. Hey,
Good
Dad, should I have let
question.
those kids die? Yeah. So, what the fuck kind of father are you?
So I'm
Yeah,
about
I
to give
know
a
what
key
happened.
point here of what's going to give this away.
Yes.
Do it right.
By the
You
way,
can
the Goatfather answered our question. He set like 1,000 midgets against like 300 grizzly bears, and we worked out.
Oh,
what would
not
happen.
again. Are we? We are not going to go through.
We were
this
able
whole
to simulate. No, we were
conversation
able to simulate it. Goatfather.
again. We are
actually
not doing this
visually
conversation
simulated it.
again. We've already established that a bear is going to win. Nip it in the butt now.
Against an elephant?
Oh, an elephant? Oh, that's a whole nother story. Wait,
Yeah.
wait. So, how many midgets?
Oh,
200.
that's right. Yeah. Okay, that conversation. Okay.
No,
I
there's an
remember.
AI combat simulator, and like
Yeah.
we
Oh, yeah.
randomized it, and we threw in like 200 Shreks for good measure as a randomizer, and it was like by the end it was just like 120 Shreks dominating whoever was left on the board. The Shreks are really, really dangerous. They made a mess out of the Colonial Marines and the Velociraptors.
Jeez. Oh my God.
The Hulks didn't even do a good job against the
Uh,
Shreks.
That's weird.
Man, this is getting a little tricky here.
Well, he's Shrek. He lives by cartoon physics, so he can get thrown a lot further without getting hurt.
True. Yeah. I never seen what the big deal was about that movie anyway.
Me either.
Shrek.
Yeah. Yeah,
Never
Shrek.
took a
I don't
date
know
on it.
why. No.
I was
No.
embarrassed to go to a Jet game where they gave everybody Shrek ears to wear at the game.
Oh God.
Yeah, and then
Sheesh.
people wore them for the rest of the season. I mean, what the hell's the matter with you?
T, you would go see it no matter what.
Shrek or the Jets? The Jets, yes.
Both.
Yeah. If you could retheme Shrek into the movie about the life of a depressed Jet fan who like has nothing but a hot wife who becomes a monster because he likes the Jets, then I would be able to see myself in it. Yeah.
No, there we go.
Yeah, being a Jet fan destroyed my marriage in
Panic.
less than 1 year.
Wow, that's a record.
Yeah, well, you know, when they got to like 0-14, and I was just like drinking all the time.
Oh, it doesn't like this. Man, this is the stupidest.
No, I'm
thing
kidding.
I've
They made the
ever dealt
playoffs
with.
the year I got divorced.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was a really
So-
long time ago.
So it's like a celebration.
Yeah. It's like, well, my marriage didn't work out, but the Jets made the playoffs. I bet you this guy's never going to run straight into someone's ass with the football and ruin this goddamn game. Let's get tickets to the Super Bowl. Like we're on the phone with
Yeah.
a fucking travel agent. You know,
For you, Teague. We'll do this. We'll do it for you, Teague, just to cheer you up.
Yeah, I it's like God was like, Teague just called for tickets to the Super Bowl.
There we go.
Sanchez is going to run right into that man's ass.
Well, that being said, it's 3:30 and I got to get to job number 2. So, Steve, thank you very much for having me on here. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Hey, Mike.
it's
so
been
great hanging out
fun,
with
man.
you.
Thank you for hanging out. If you guys have not, if you don't know who this guy is, go check out his show and Comic Relief Crusader, and just support him, man. He's a cool man. He's cool. He's so cool. He's cool. How cool?
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's as cool as ice.
So yeah, thank you
So
for joining. I'm
cool.
glad that you.
I'm like
jumped
absolute
in.
zero.
You always jump in every once in a while. You're like, yeah, I'll do it. Watching a grown ass man play with Legos.
You're damn right.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. And for everybody that's there, I'm going to insert my Rumble into the
There you
chat.
go. I got you taken care of on the
And
YouTube.
so everybody can follow me on Rumble if that's a-okay. And
Oh, yeah.
because
I can't do it because I got my hands
YouTube
full.
once again is screwing around with the algorithm. There we go. And I'll pop in my YouTube link just in case anyway. So there you go. Steve, thank you very much. Teague, have fun. And
to you later,
enjoy
buddy.
watching
Please
Steve.
going
what
upside
he's doing
down.
with-
Are you
There we
free
go.
for our Watch of Planet Journeys tomorrow? You gonna be around?
Depends what time it is. I just might be. If not, I'm
Maybe like
I'm probably
afternoon
gonna have
New
to
York
get to
time.
these videos.
I
Probably,
think
yeah.
drive time, New York time, like 4 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Cool.
All
All
right,
right, man.
Take
See
it
ya.
easy, Mike. Good to see you.
Later.
Ciao.
It's moving along pretty quick here.
Yeah. I'm trying to get it done as fast as possible. So I
Invented
can...
in Germany. That. They invented a lot of things there.
Yep. Oh, because I can't do that way.
Is it some kind of BMW?
No.
Okay.
It'd be cool. That looks like a tractor.
At the
Maybe.
moment, it does. Kind of
Maybe.
look like a tractor.
You never know.
Didn't the
Oh, I have to
Ferrari
build two of those things. What the stupid?
Didn't the Ferrari guy make tractors and someone was like uncool
That was
to him?
Lamborghini.
That was whenever he was only made tractors and someone like gave him some shit that he was just a tractor maker and he just turned around and started making the high-end amazing sports cars.
Yeah.
Inspiration comes in many forms. It certainly is not a caterpillar, nor is it a human caterpillar, nor a human centipede. By the way, did you see the Jennifer Lawrence movie didn't do that bad?
I heard it's good. I heard it's a fun movie.
It
So I
didn't
might-
cost
I
a
might
lot
go
of
check it
money.
out.
It didn't cost a lot of money. It's making whatever. It's just nice to see she's marketable. I don't think anyone dislikes Jennifer Lawrence. She just said that one dumb thing that was like everybody had to laugh. Everybody.
Yeah.
If she should lean into it rather than try to get away from it, because she
I'm
might
the
be able to
first
have
male
fun.
actor. What?
How funny would it be, like, if she was like smart enough to go on like Jimmy Fallon and they're like, so how's things going? And she's like, well, I wanted to reprise my role from Orphans of the Storm of 1918, in which I played opposite Lillian Gish as the first ever female tough guy. But next, I'm doing this monster movie, whatever it might be. Like, just have fun with it. It's like, yeah, I remember the first time I was in Taming of the Shrew. Bill Shakespeare was a real tough boss. It's only going to get funnier as she gets older. And do we see some skin this time, right? Jennifer Lawrence is.
I have no
showing up-
idea.
I think it's possible she shows off her body a little in this one.
Maybe. Oh, maybe.
But yeah, that joke is going to be around forever. She better lean into it. It's not going away. Oh, it's
What?
starting to look like
I gave it away. If no one has figured it out.
it's a mobility scooter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's Batman's utility scooter
Yeah, we'll
When-
go with that.
for when Batman gets older.
So there are two pieces missing. A piece missing, which I can fix later, but I don't need it.
John
Maybe I
Spola
do.
is
Oh no,
saying-
I gotta do this. There we go.
John Spola is saying possibly wrong color, but that comment's from a couple of minutes back. And he's also saying that the Jennifer Lawrence movie will beat Barbie. I don't know. I haven't heard anything except that the shocker that somehow Amy Schumer was supposed to be in that movie. Was she supposed to be the villain?
No, she's supposed to be the actual Barbie.
What would the point of that be?
I don't know.
That's
I
crazy.
don't know,
You know
man.
what? A lot of dumb movies get made But the people who fired the people who wanted her to be in that as Barbie, that was a smart move, man. That was a no-brainer. We're making a Barbie movie. Okay, I'm intrigued. Who's your Barbie? Amy Schumer. Get the fuck
Come
out
again?
of my get out of my office.
All right, I'll give you a clue to anyone watching. This is in my culture.
Hmm.
Good luck.
Golf cart.
Golf cart. I know I'm white, but damn.
I aspire to play golf just because that's something that like people do when they're rich.
Did you ever play golf growing up?
I played miniature golf. I also worked at a place with. I also lived in a town that had a lot of world famous golf clubs and golf places around it. Long Island is like one big golf course broken up by houses, filled with
Yeah.
people who play golf. And so I know a little bit about it, but yeah, I'm just like not the best at that athletic kind of stuff. But yeah, I did go out and play golf just once with my uncle.
It's fun.
It was fun.
I enjoy it.
It spoke to a certain sense of the whiteness inside of me when I got into the little cart and drank a beer as we went from one hole to the next.
Yeah.
And it was a real beer. It wasn't a Bud Light because I've never had one of those in my life and never would. A Budweiser is already almost water.
It is.
It's like saying like extra light water. Now
This one I was excited about getting because I was like, yes, I want this.
this particular Lego.
Yeah. I saw it and I was like, I gotta get it.
Now, when they congregate in groups, they should be called Legi, but they're not. So there's an
Legi?
unfairness there. Yeah, right. Like as in the Latin, Lego, Legi, like
We
hippopotamus.
need to make a legal guy. What?
Like
Okay.
several hippopotamuses are known as hippopotami. Hippopotamuses is a word that doesn't exist.
I do not
I
know
think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Help me out, Chad. I went to high school in New York. I can barely read.
that. At least you can read. All right. We are coming along.
I can make
You're
out-
one bag away from finishing this. Dun 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 dun. dun. That goes here. But yeah, when this is done, this is a cool Lego.
It could still be a few different things here. It's starting to
Well,
look
what
a
do you
little
got?
Mad
What do you
Maxy.
think it is? Throw out
Right-
some hints.
Right now,
hint.
it's looking a little bit Mad Maxy.
You're right. It does. It gives off that little
I
Mad
could s-
Max feel
In
to
fact, you could snap on a bunch of speakers to that part that's sticking up with the guy playing the guitar with the flamethrower on it, and we would have the
Yeah.
that thing. And by the way, wasn't that just the best monster truck of all time? In Fury
it. That
Road,
was the
they delivered.
editors. It's one of the editors. Her husband was the guitar player.
That guy was
that
great.
scene.
He almost steals the movie in that one whole minute of screen time spread across like 2.5.
It's a good. I like it, man. I like that movie.
Mel couldn't do it anymore. It was obvious. Too much time had passed.
Well, yeah, but
But he
it's-
wasn't
I-
interested when they finally did it.
Well, he was a lot older, so it didn't really make sense per se. I mean, you could have thrown him in there anyways and be like, "Hey,
Well, what they
Jump
did
in
was
here.
they seemed to have moved to the Apoxonix, as they call it in Beyond Thunderdome. It seems to have been moved forward to still be equally as far in the past as if Thunderdome was 6 months ago.
well, it's supposed to be in between this second and third one."
Oh, really? So he
Yeah.
hasn't gone to Thunderdome yet.
No,
That is interesting. So it's an in sequel. They inserted it. It's an in sequel.
yeah.
You know what?
Are you kidding me? I can't find this piece.
So wait, you're telling me that Mad Max Fury Road is a sequel to a sequel
Hold
that's
on.
a prequel to a prequel?
Yeah.
Wow. I still like it. I don't care. And ladies and gentlemen, none other than Riley Keough, the granddaughter of the great Elvis Presley, in that movie in all her glory, looking very beautiful, in my opinion. Can you when you saw the movie, did you realize that one of those chicks that they kidnap is Elvis's granddaughter?
No, I didn't know that.
You can look at them and tell. It's the one that isn't Zoe Kravitz. It's one of the 3 ones that isn't Zoe Kravitz.
Okay.
The thing is, if you look at them with Elvis in mind, you'll notice one of them looks so much like Elvis Presley. It's not even funny. Like more than her sister. I mean, more than her own mother, Lisa Marie. This is Lisa Marie's granddaughter. I'm sorry, Lisa Marie's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's beautiful. Yeah, that movie is great. I like Fury Road, and I feel bad for Charlize Theron to a point because she just wanted to get that movie made. And what did it take? 17 years from signing her to getting the movie out?
Something like that, yeah.
It was like insane stuff happened. Like they start filming the movie and then Mel got in trouble. Then they started to film the movie again and Al Qaeda came and blew up their sets. And they're like, maybe we should take these guys seriously and just go away. Which I would have to say, good decision there. They were definitely serious. And then it just like sat around, and I guess at least they rewrote it and worked on it because the movie we got, there's not too much there that isn't really interesting and doesn't speak to their world. And we see a few new fun factions. And we see
I'm trying to look for a piece and I can't find it.
We also see a few things that aren't invented at the time of the first movie. Like he's got like a modern Glock that he busts out, remember? So I think the Apoxonix is now only like it remains like 5 years in the past. And like you said, it's between the first, the second and the third movie in the timeline, which makes sense and works, but
yeah.
Did you notice that for like say 5 straight years, Tom Hardy only was in roles where his face was covered for most of the movie?
No, I didn't know that.
He's in Dunkirk, where he wears a aviator's mask and goggles through almost the whole movie.
Yeah.
In Mad Max, we get through a third of that movie before we see his face. Because he's got that shovel blade over it with the eye holes cut out.
Then I gotta look for a piece. I think one fell. Hold on.
And then he's Bane. We don't see his whole face as Bane. And then he's finally, when we actually see his face, he has a big, huge, bushy beard in that Leonardo movie, The Revenant. So we went a good long time without seeing Tom Hardy's face. And I wonder if they can make a Barbie movie that isn't in the Uncanny Valley. So, wow, Will Ferrell is in it? When was the last time he did a movie?
All right. I'm just going to figure this out and not do the exact pieces because I don't think I need one of the pieces in this. Or I think I do, but I think I can hold off.
I'm just trying to make sense of this Barbie movie and the Barbie movie cast. Michael Cera is back. Wow.
Yeah. I don't know.
Kate McKinnon. There's a lot of people as like Barbie with an asterisk. So there's a few different. It's like the Barbie multiverse.
Yeah.
I guess that's where Amy Schumer fit in because some of these.
Well, hello there, PJ. Welcome.
Different. Hey, PJ. It's great to see you out there. Thanks for coming by our Lego build, where I do all the work.
Yeah. Yes, you do. You do all the work. So, PJ, I am not giving out who or what I'm building. I'm going to let people figure it out because that's the adventure of it. So let's be honest. I don't even know what I'm building. I'm doing it all by memory. You know what's gonna suck is I find the piece that I'm missing right here, and then I have to figure out how to put it in there. That's gonna be fun. Fun. Well, what?
Flucker and Fluckatash.
Okay, so that goes. How am I doing? So that goes here. Oh, I see what it does. Aha! Just gotta move it up.
And everybody, Orville Nation's link is in the chat. If you haven't subscribed to Orville Nation here on YouTube, you should. It's not a story that Elon Musk would tell you. Have you ever heard of Orville Nation?
Yes.
It's not a story Elon Musk would tell you.
Ooh, I should.
Yeah, you should.
Done. They're in done. All right.
It's the right
So, I
thing
don't
to
wanna
do.
this piece will give away, I think, a little of what I'm building here.
Is it
Just gonna
like
hold on
Batman?
just enough. Batman?
Oh,
No.
wait, it's from Germany. Is it the Kaiser?
No.
It's like a little figure with a Spikes helmet. One arm shorter than the other.
This is coming along pretty good. I'm liking this. I'm liking it.
It's not a no, it's not a tank. Okay, the elephant in the room is who's going to see Indy 5. I keep going back and forth on it. How about you?
I will see it.
So you're resigned to your fate.
But wait, what do you mean resigned to my faith?
Fate.
Oh.
It's like whatever
Not
happens,
that I
happens.
don't
You're gonna
want,
go.
not that I want to, but you know.
Have you been asked to see the movie, so to speak?
Yeah, I'm on shows that I have to.
Yeah, you know what? Isn't it suck that like this thing that we all once loved, Indiana Jones, now what is it? It's an unpleasant task we have to get out of the way for work. That's the only thing that's weighing towards me seeing it. It's like I don't want to destroy my image of like who is manlier and cooler than Indiana Jones. And he showed you could be smart and still be tough and all these great things. And then we're gonna do this to him. It's just and I have
John
to
has it
see
right. I
so-
would wait 2 weeks, then go see MI is out. Yes, I agree.
That's not a bad idea either. No, because MIA is probably going to be good. And Tom Cruise, bold. It's part 1 of 2 in this story, or who knows? It just says part 1, right?
Yeah.
So for all we know, he could be going on an 11 movie arc here of this new. It's probably going to be 2, but we just don't know.
No, it's next. The last one. It's only going to end at 8.
Oh, so then this is like kind of his Infinity War, and the next will be his end game. He's going to end it out.
Yeah.
I hope it ends out with like a really, really, really kill like just amazing. I can only imagine how he's going to end that series. Can you imagine the final action sequence of the final Mission Impossible movie?
I'm
It's gonna be
excited.
so
That
next
movie
level.
looks so cool.
And Tom Cruise doesn't care if he dies. He just wants to make movies. He's like, I'll hang off the side of the plane.
Yeah.
And then he really does it. God, in an age where you have every excuse not to. And who's the bad guy in this one? Can we get Adam Driver in there so he can finally be in a good movie? He's a good actor. So
Yeah,
far,
no, I like Adam Driver as an actor.
you know what's a really good Adam Driver movie is The Last Duel.
I never saw that one.
It's
I
interesting.
have there's a movie that he was in that I like a lot.
I went to
Wow.
see The Last Duel because it was called Problematically Anti-Woman. I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to support this Ridley Scott movie.
I can't stand Ridley Scott. He can
Make a good movie here and there. Some of them aren't as good as others. There's a quality variance that's pretty wide, but Like you didn't like. I found Kingdom of Heaven to be an amazing movie.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Yeah, and Orlando Bloom, not always the most solid actor either, and then that just nails it. Like he, so yeah, I mean Ridley Scott. He's sometimes his movies aren't as good. Like Prometheus is shit, but Kingdom of Heaven, he milks a wonderful performance out of all of his actors. Eva Green's not exactly the greatest actress either. He gets a good performance out of her, and the movie's just good. I like it.
Yeah.
What is Sean?
Did you know that Orlando Bloom, he only got paid a few $100,000 or something like that to do the rings, and he said I would do it again and you can cut my money in half. I don't care.
I'm sure
I'm
they
like, that
promised-
guy loves what he does.
He would. I wish he had been considered for Bond. He's not badass enough and British enough, and still has a little. He played an elf, so he has an ethereal quality which Bond is supposed to have. Like Bond is
I'd
supposed to.
rather have Henry Cavill be Bond.
I would love that. The thing is, Bond has to be equally at home in an art museum or in a boxing ring. That's James Bond.
I think Henry Cavill would be a really good James Bond, in my opinion. And even though he's black, Idris Elba, I think he would do pretty good.
He's just about the right age. If they're going to do it, they have to do it now. They've been talking about it for too long. But they talked about Pierce Brosnan forever, and he turned out to be one of the best cast Bonds. I don't know about his movies, aside from Tomorrow Never Dies. Not all of them are great. The Ice Hotel one with Halle Berry left me more shaken than stirred.
That's good. I like that joke.
That's my
a funny joke,
one line movie. Thank you. Well, I know
That's
my
a
James
funny
Bond.
joke.
I know my Bond
Left me
movies.
stirred, but not shaken.
Who's your favorite Bond?
Sean Connery.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You're right. But here's the thing: in a world where there's Connery and everyone else, let's just carve him onto the Mount Rushmore of Bonds. Is there, like, in order of like the next couple of guys, what other Bonds would you put up there? Ooh, look at that.
Pierce Brosnan.
Just because he so looks like James Bond and has the voice.
Yeah, he's good.
I would agree. I would say Timothy Dalton is probably my second favorite Bond, who's not Sean Connery. But then I go with Pierce Brosnan next. It's it's pretty close. So Timothy Dalton had better movies because he was a mother. Sorry, not curse too much. He was a real stickler for trying to stay close to the books. And in his Bond, he's smoking and drinking more and doing just a little more womanizing than they let James Bond do. And I think everyone's least favorite Bond is not George Lazenby anymore, but
that's the thing with me is a lot of people are like, oh, he has to be white. I'm like, well, here's the thing.
he doesn't have to be white.
If the character is, but if
Yeah, he
someone
is.
can actually portray the character right, does it
Idris
really
Elba
matter in
goes
the end?
If I could believe that Idris Elba could stand there next to a beautiful woman, right, and speak to her about the fine painting techniques of Picasso, then have a car chase and kill a few people, and then the next minute being like an awesome fist fight where he throws someone off a cliff or something, and he's like right back to having dinner in a tuxedo and doing all the things that James Bond does, and he's doing it great. He's got a real English accent, he'll be fine. Yeah, go ahead and do it. But, at the same time, like a female Bond, I mean, just invent a new secret agent character that's a lot like Bond and let that character go. They tried to do it and it didn't work. With Jinx, just do it again. People either like it or they won't. So does Black Widow prove there's no appetite for female secret agent movies? I just don't know.
Well,
That one was bad.
yeah, it's. I'm looking for a Pete. Here we go.
Make sure you play around with the bag a little more near the microphone. People like the sound. There you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff, man. That's very arresting. Very arresting. Comforting.
Gotta put this in right because I screwed this up. So I had to put this down on my lap because I'm trying to figure this all out right here. Give me a second. I like Idris Elba's voice a lot. It's really relaxing, and he can be charming, and I think that's what James Bond is. He's charming.
You know,
Even
it's
though he's a womanizer, but he's just something about him is just very charming.
yeah, and I would just say this: the only thing that's going through my mind with Idris Elba is I don't remember the last time I saw him clean shaven. So I'm trying
Yeah.
to imagine him because Bond can't have a beard. He can be black, but he can't have any facial hair or beard. James Bond doesn't do that shit. He's clean shaven. He's buttoned up. He's got a very particular look. He's very particular about his looks, and you can
Why
swap
can't
him a
he have a
little bit.
beard?
He would
James
have a
Bond did
beard
have a
if he
beard.
was in the
No,
woods
he did have a
forever.
beard. James Bond had a beard.
And never say never again.
No, in the last Daniel Craig. In
Oh yeah, when he's like roughing it and like being like wild man Bond. But he's the worst James Bond is Daniel Craig, in my opinion.
he's not the worst,
Who's the worst?
but he's up there. More.
Peter Sellers is a little worse.
Oh yeah, I'm not a big fan of Moore.
You see, you got to see the Roger Moore movies that were good and try to disregard the bad ones to understand the position he was in, where they start making tons of money. And now we're making movies that are for the whole family. So Bond can only be just so dangerous. He has to be fun too. But how about a movie like Live and Let Die, where he's pretty mean and there's minimal comedy and he's just gunning people and he's, he cold blood, or how about Man with the Golden Gun, where he's really mean? I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I guess
He had
it's
range.
because I grew up on Sean Connery. That's my problem.
But the thing is,
when
it's Connery and everyone else. I mean, he's Bond.
Yeah,
It's over.
Yeah,
But then the movies continued with other actors, and we can assess them against each other. And some of them were still good Bond movies. Some of them fell short of being Bond movies. I think the last one falls short of being a Bond movie. It missed a lot of stuff that Bond
it's
movies
so
need.
bad.
The
So when
nudity
you're
was
watching-
when I heard the nudity warning, I was hoping for more than just Daniel Craig's ass.
So when I forgot this piece, man. What's going on? No, it's somewhere. Oh,
It's a
dang it.
Mercedes?
A Mercedes?
Porsche?
A Porsche? No,
I'm just naming German cars now. I can't think of any others.
I know. It is not a German car.
Is it a German vehicle that looks like a car but shoots fire and machine gun bullets? Because the Germans love that kind of stuff.
Sure.
We saw them almost win 2 wars with inventions like that. Shape of the roof. Is that half of a Porsche 911, says John Cipolla. Shape of the roof.
It's not an
Aston
Aston Martin. It is
That's
not
English. It's a Porsche, but not a 911. That's my guess.
It is not. I put it on the wrong piece. Dang it. Hold on. There's a sticker on that one. It is not Aston Martin. It is not Don's ass. Go on. Well, hello there, a mountain house, Mr. House Party.
Hello.
I'm trying to bust this out soon because I have to be on pop culture tonight.
You could like, I guess, continue
Sure.
on pop culture breakdown by just like building while you're waiting to talk. Just like
I
just
thought
talk and
about
build.
that. I literally did think about that at one point. I was like, what if I just built Lego sets?
If I'm speaking out of school, stop me right away. But when Andy's not speaking, isn't he looking down, crafting all those magnificent toys
Yeah.
that he makes too? Yeah, all right. So it's what he does when he's thinking. I would have to say you're allowed. Just mute, right? I mean, you know that one.
The thing is, though, it becomes distracting, I think.
To
For me,
you,
I don't
because you
know.
get lost in the Legos and you're not ready for the question. You might not hear it. Yeah.
I think it's time for a poll. Well, I don't want to give it to. If I do a poll, that's the thing. If I do a poll, John, then it's gonna be a giveaway. Then everyone's like, "Oh, it's this." Trust me, this is a definite giveaway right now. Crap, where does this go? Well, thank you. I'll be back on. I needed a little break from all the
Are you talking?
monotony of.
I would love to be back on Doomcock. He's a great host. I think the ultimate will be when me and Ranker Steve get to be on there together because we've done so much broadcasting together. And Doomcock's a great, like a really, really nice person to broadcast with. He totally understands how it feels to be on his show. He's a really engendering and nice guy. He knows how to facilitate and run a conversation. And that was like, in my YouTube career, I've had a couple of highlights, and I'll be happy enough to say that was one of them. It was fun. And I got there about 5 years before I ever thought I'd make it. Saving Planet Journeys seems to have really.
Hold on, I dropped a piece. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Now Steve is going into his piece recovery method here, which is highly secret, which is why we turn off the camera while he does it. Now, if other people would have this knowledge of how to find missing Legos, no one would ever step on one again. And we're not about to do that kind of favor for the world, because gosh knows that Kathleen Kennedy might be the person to step on the next stray Lego. And that's where stray Legos go. If you cast the proper spell, they will appear outside the bathroom door at Kathleen Kennedy's cabana in Sacramento, California, where she may in fact step on them. So, and also lost socks, they appear in her dryer, and she's the one who has to deal with them. I don't know if anybody knew that, but when your dryer starts to spin at a certain speed and achieves true mediocrity, a portal opens into the Lucasfilm writer's room, and all of the lost socks go there. Okay, and Ranker Steve is back. You found the part.
Yeah, I need a big table.
You need
I
a
just
larger
mashed
graphic.
all two bags together.
I think they sell like drafting tables for people who do like designs, and you could like lay that flat and do the Legos.
Oh, I would build a big table to have walls. I'm a believer. Hello there, Carla.
Hey, Carla Burton. I saw her face. Now I'm a believer.
That you are.
I couldn't leave her if I tried. I forgot to show the picture. She was right. Her child was born flashing the Star Trek symbol. Maybe we'll show it during the Saving Star Trek tomorrow when we talk about. During Saving Planet Journeys tomorrow, where we talk about Strange New Worlds, the latest Planet Journeys show.
You can say Star Trek on this one.
It's not really Star Trek. I prefer to call that show Planet Journeys. I don't want anyone to hear me calling Strange New Worlds Star Trek. I have a reputation to uphold. In the Teague theory of socks, yes. In my theory of socks, a vortex opens and they fall into Kathleen Kennedy's dryer, and she's the one who has to deal with them and sort them out.
Oof, that's rough.
I like that episode of Family Guy where he tries to go for the missing sock, and he leans in a little more, and he falls through, and when he comes out the other side, he's in Narnia. It's like a bunch of socks. When Seth MacFarlane is funny, he is funny, man.
Yeah, to each of his own.
The Orville's a great sci-fi show.
I'm not going to deny that. All right. This guy.
Her cope, a cabana.
Son of a crap. I did it, dude. I knew
All right.
it. I knew something was off. Hold on. Hold up.
Welcome to the channel, Mr. House Party 6. A name I don't remember seeing before. Please smash the like and follow button. That's the worst part of Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you can go.
Caller Burton in our chat says, that's the worst part of big families. I once had 601 plastic containers of odd socks. That's why I only buy the same socks. I have like 60 pairs of the same black socks and 60 more pairs of the same black ped socks.
Dang.
Which is what Americans call those half socks. And Mr. House Party picking up on the monkeys trope. If I tried. Now, I believe Neil Diamond wrote that one.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know Neil Diamond wrote a bunch of the Beatles songs? I'm sorry, the songs for the Monkees.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's not from Queens. He's from Brooklyn. But hey, he's a New Yorker and we like him anyway, right?
Yeah.
And what a voice. So many great songs.
The love of God, get in there.
Turn on your hot light.
This is pissing me off. Get in there, you stupid piece of. You know when. Oh, you. Shit.
Every
This
set
is
of
the
Lego.
frustrating part of this whole monotony. I should do it. Oh shit!
This is
what do I
why,
do?
if I was like living in the world of Star Wars, I would have like a droid to make the Legos for me. This way, I wouldn't have to like worry about it too much. They could just like.
I need to do this. This is how I'm going to get it in. There we go. There we
That
go.
sounds
Stay
good.
in, you stupid.
Ladies and gentlemen, the satisfying snap of a Lego finding its way home, much like the crack of the baseball bat on the field. Oh wow, we are almost there. It's starting to really look like something.
I hope so.
Is this the
All right.
Pac-Man pinball machine Volkswagen? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it. Somehow I always knew. Come on, Chad. What's your favorite Neil Diamond song? Let us know.
Neither.
Carl Burton says, me too. I only buy black socks. Yes, me too. Called stretchable that have the marking at the bottom of the socks so that they all look black at the top. I buy all black Wilson sports socks. And what sucks is they recently changed the design, which means I have to throw away all my old socks and buy a whole bunch of all new socks. But that's the life I've chosen for myself. You know, leave the gun, take the cannoli. That's the kind of guy I am. Mr. House Party 6 says, hello, I'm Carl Burton. I got a bad leg. Pray his hardest to win 11 machine spirits equals fail. All right. I mean, you know, we read it. I can't promise that I understood all of it, but we tried our best. Is win 1-1 a way of saying Winona? And would win 1A mean Winona? I don't know.
Sure.
All I know is that Winona Ryder, she's my age and she still looks good.
Did you
Why
know that
can't
she's married to Keanu Reeves?
I can,
Ooh,
I can believe that.
stuck on that one. There.
Is that really true?
Yeah.
Winona Ryder is married to Keanu Reeves.
Mhm.
Hold on a second.
The Dracula film. That was a real priest. Yep.
Does she
You're welcome.
She's okay with Keanu dating Alexandra Grant for the last 2 years?
I don't think they understood at the time, so it never really bothered them. And then they just the movie that they were in the last time, they just were like,
they played husband and wife a few times. Are you saying someone screwed up a wedding ceremony and they ended up
no,
officially
in
married
the
on
movie,
paper?
the Dracula film
Oh,
that
yes.
he was in,
right.
that's where it's a legit priest that married them.
Oh, so from a certain point of view, they are actually married because a priest
Yes.
did the ceremony. Yeah, but he married Jonathan Harker to Mina Harker, so I don't know if it holds up. That's not
That
the names
same
that
priest,
are
though.
right, but those are not the names written on the right hand of the Father. How's that for some Bible lore? Right? He didn't read their real names in Christ, as they say. Well, I mean, you know, your name of the names of the righteous are written on the right hand of the Father, right? So,
But for
he
you
didn't
to
marry Keanu to Winona, so maybe not. But I like that theory.
because they actually had people there to vouch for it. Like they had people there at the whole stop drinking. I'm not drinking. I'm not kidding. Carla, I'm not. Look it up.
There's probably
it's
something
dead.
to this. I believe that there's something to it. I can believe that Francis Ford Coppola could make that series of mistakes. I honestly could. I've seen Godfather 3. And, you know, that movie was not well cast or that great.
Does anybody know what it is now?
if it's made in Germany, yet it says Camaro on it. I mean,
He's. Should I tell them what it is?
it's Roland Emmerich's personal Camaro that was made for him in Germany to commemorate the movie Independence Day.
Sure.
Were cars invented in Germany?
No,
Is that true?
no, they were invented here.
Yeah, right. Hank Ford. He just likes Germany at all the wrong times for all the wrong reasons.
Switch to meth. Okay.
Meth. But by the way, did you know that Henry Ford's like cousin's name was Kingsford, and he made a business using all the leftover half-burnt wood from the factory? You knew that, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I told Gary that yesterday.
One
no, I
man,
told him a few days ago.
what he did was he just took the trash from the factory and sold it.
Yeah.
Found a way to market it. He's like, hey, you have an unlimited supply of this stuff, but it's garbage. If I just think hard enough. Hats off to Kingsford. His innovation level is up there with Ford's. I mean, I know Ford invented a bunch of shit, but that's innovative.
Well, it's like, what else are you going to do with it?
Throw it away, cart it off. You know, I mean, to everyone else, it was useless garbage. This guy saw money.
Yeah.
Like that guy who owned a packaging factory, and he realized that the packaging foam was memory foam, and he put it into bags and sold it as memory foam pillows.
Mm-hmm.
That's slightly genius because it was until then it was just garbage. It's a bit of a Midas touch there. Who drove the number 75 like Camaro, or is that just? It's not the year because the 75 Camaro looked a lot different than that.
It's their it's just the number.
My first car was a Camaro.
Mine was a Mercury Tracer.
I kind of hated my Camaro. It was always breaking down. It was an American car from the 70s. The engine kicked ass.
I know you're in here, you stinking little pieces.
So what kind of sadist builds a Camaro that doesn't have reclining seats? That's what I want to know.
Geo Metro.
Scene Connections, the TV series. Let's see. I have not seen it, but I'm going to Google it. Is that about like innovation and invention, and how one invention Connections, the TV show, how one connection one. It says TV show. Is it James Burke and Keith Kendall? Let's see. IMDb has. Yeah, season 1, episode 10. There's several episodes. James Burke, Kenneth Kendall, Bruce Boa, Mark Wing Davey, Ted Burnett. This series explores the various paths of how technological change happens and the social effects of these change on Western society. Yeah, I think I saw this one. It's like get this one. Like they start casting bells for their medieval chapels, right? And the parallel development is they can make a cannon. Like that's how the show Connections works, right? Starts with like people like learning how to smelt, and then like the parallel story is that like they're building larger and larger churches that are like taking up a larger and larger role in the life of the everyday person. You know what I mean? And then the bell became like this thing that they wanted to make for the glorification of God, and then it just like, hey, Stark of Iron, hello.
Yeah, hello.
And it ends up becoming a cannon, you know, because the technology is parallel.
Hold on right quick. I'm going to throw something out there. Not in the main chat, but
Oh, okay.
I'm almost done. Almost done.
Oh, no.
I'm just looking for this One Piece, brother.
You know, I feel like I finally made it in life because about a week ago, Sergeant Slaughter followed me back.
Ooh. Yeah, he followed me.
it's just the little dose of joy I get when I turn on my Twitter and I see that Sergeant Slaughter is just still out there being Sergeant Slaughter, loving life and giving the same sage advice as always. I'm like, you know what? I lived a good enough life that Sergeant Slaughter will let me be one of the 3 million people that he talks to.
I can't find this one piece. Holy crap.
50 hours a week.
It's right here.
3 weeks a month. Wow. Stark of Iron, that's a lot of work.
That is
a lot of work.
That is some crazy, crazy work, y'all.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Some of it was enterprising and capitalistic because I guess I was on my own channel, but I've been sort of working all day today from the moment I endured Secret Wars, Secret Invasion. Boy, is that shit stupid. And this week, nothing happened.
I like how you said it. You're like, this shit's stupid.
It's stupid.
Well, John, of course you would know if it's a card when you show up near the end. I'm just kidding. We all love you, man.
John Paul has been here since before the build started. He is
I know.
and a mighty captain in the fleet of Admiral Teague, which reached 225 subs today. So the question is,
congrats.
Do I thank you? Do I do a 225 sub party or do I wait for 250?
Don't do that. I'm going to tell you right now. Don't do that.
Don't do a live party for 225.
Yeah, just.
I
mean, you could. Here's the thing. You could do it.
Right.
Go for it. But I don't know. I'm always like, like if I ever did something like that with my show, it would be if I got 100,000 followers, I would do something like that. That to me, that's a milestone. And then the next one would be 500,000 and then 1 million. But I'm not saying I'm going to get to 1 million followers, but that's how I see it. It's like you were like celebrating every single number. Like to me, it's like you got to make them big numbers. Like 200, like you said, what was the number you said? 200?
225. We blew right past 200. I don't think we had time to mark it.
Do 250.
That's what I was thinking. Is I should wait for 250.
It's a little bit nicer. 250.
It's a more realistic sounding number. There's no like reaching about it. Yeah, it's more well earned by 25 subs. It's messed up.
Now I gotta go back and figure out. I made a boo boo.
By the way, one of our Star Trek pundits, who's a great guy, missed his show today. I don't have a lot of information on it, but one thing we can all do to help out is sub Bird of Prey 5 on YouTube, and I'll throw that in the chat. His is the superior intellect when it comes to Star Trek.
Yeah. So Carlos said, do it at 250 like Comic did, and then do 500. I think that's a little bit. It's the number. It's how it sounds to me. I'm not gonna do it until I hit like 1,000.
So, but Carl Burton's serious. She's like, do it at 250, and then don't do it until you've reaccomplished that number. That would mean that the next time I'd have to do it at 1,000. And then after that would be 2,000, and I guess you stick at 1,000 after that. That seems like a fair metric, because I can't always be celebrating myself. How about when I do the Admiral Teague 200 confirmed Twitter enemies fucking live stream? These are the motherfuckers coming after me on Twitter.
Oh, it does do that. Sure, we need this piece. See, I knew I'd get somewhere with it.
Do the Lego people realize what a perfect product they had when they made this, right? I mean, just when it snaps together like that right there, there's like a satisfaction to it. Did that come before we learned to love the Legos, or is that what started us loving the Legos? It's so hard to say. It's
I
just
don't know.
everything about them. The way the little Lego logo is written on top of the post on every Lego, or at least it used to be. It's been a while since I've had them. Oh, there we go. Yeah, my nephew's like 19 now, so it's been a while since I bought anybody any Legos. But he loved those Lego Indiana Jones sets. A lot of fun times playing with that.
We're on to the new bag, which is just right here. I'm making tri-tip when I'm done with this. Ooh, yeah.
All right. And you'll be all fooded up. Don't have a food hangover for Pop Culture Breakdown.
I promise I'd try. Maybe, I don't know.
Did you ever have that happen where like you go out and like you don't necessarily drink much at all, but it's just like all the best food in the world just sitting around, just keep like you don't realize it, but like the whole night you've got like food hanging out of your mouth, just like feeding yourself continuously. The next day you wake up and you're like, and it's like you drank too much. I call that the food hangover.
Oh yeah, all the time, dude.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. So it's a real thing. The food hangover happens. Inside of every binge eater lies a food hangover waiting to come out.
Shoot. Here we go.
So John,
Some of these. So I have these pieces here that's really confusing me. I have that one, and then I have that.
They are kind of confusing. By the way,
they are.
In the chat, John Spoll is edifying us on the last name. So Carl Burton says, "Hey John, was your last name with an S sound or a ch sound?" And John Spola answers, "Family says it with a Cipolla, but Italian way is Chiploa. Chiploa, I think
It sounds the way it spells.
It means onion." And Carl Burton says, "Don't worry at Stark of Iron until it happens. When you do, find out if you're a match." Yes, Stark of Iron, about to do the right and brave thing by hopefully helping somebody out if he can do it. Just waiting on the paperwork to go through. And then Carl Burton says, "Okay, so you say Cipolla," and John goes, "Yep." So I was right, and I'm enough of a New Yorker to recognize a name like that. That's easy stuff. That's like level 2 Italianisms. Now, you want to talk about a tough name to pronounce? Montague. Now, there's a bunch of freaking consonants in there, and a bunch of vowels thrown in for a good measure, and it's long and multisyllabic and just nightmare-esque. Martinelli, there's another really difficult Italian name to say. And the Camaro, the official car of the New York Italian.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of what they call cuisine culture, Steve?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if they made it out there. I guess there are Italian people in California. They allowed that? Oh.
Yeah.
So I can
I've heard of it. I had never.
All right. Cuisine culture is this. Picture a late 80s or early 90s Monte Carlo SS, right? You've got the duck-ass haircut, a champion sweatshirt. You got like a Mr. T starter set of some gold. You have to have like the tusk because every Italian guy has that. And you lean to the side as you drive with your arm around your girlfriend and only drive lackadaisically with one wheel in your white Monte SS. That's how Cuisines, that's the Cuisines thing. And you have white canvas boat shoes. You've got to wear white canvas boat shoes. Big here in New York and especially on Long Island. Yes, otherwise known as a Guido.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, the thing is, it's like a uniform. Their cars are the same. This isn't as big of a thing as it used to be. I don't know what the thing that everyone does to conform now is, but in my time, it was to be a Guido Cougine. And you would have like your Monte SS. It was invariably white. And you drove, even if you were alone, you slumped towards the center of the car. I think it's like, I don't know, trying to justify the fact that you ended up with bench seats. I mean, because you want the buckets in that bad boy.
Yeah.
Because I would take a Monte SS and drive it around. I would just maybe get it in a different color. Black, maybe.
Pink.
Pink. Yeah. Champagne pink. I had a girlfriend who had a champagne pink Camaro.
Oof.
Yeah. Julie. She was so Long Island. She was a total Long Island kind of chick.
We are coming to the end.
And just to name some famous girls from Long Island, we got Natalie Portman, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got who else? Alec Baldwin's wife's from Boston, so we don't have to include her. Lindsay Lohan,
Yep.
also
I'm
pretty
just saying, yeah.
pretty good looking. And what's her name? Trying to remember her name. Marissa Tomei.
I think so, yeah.
No, she is.
Okay.
And Michael Kors, I didn't know that. Jennifer Capriati, isn't she a tennis player?
Yes.
Yeah, she's a member of the International Tennis Hall of Fame. Teresa Caputo, the Long Island psychic. Helen Slater is from Long Island.
I didn't know that.
Supergirl, Helen Slater, and the Legend of Billie Jean. Joey Buttafuoco. Some of these people I've never heard of. Who is PMD? I know PDB. PM Parrish, Jay Smith, better known as PMD, is an American rapper from Brentwood, New York. A member of, EPMD, all right, and Hit Squad. All right, so he's a for real guy.
Wait, what the heck? What?
Richard Yakel, he's in so many World War II movies and other things. Wow. There are so many celebrities from Long Island.
Oh, it's this thing. That's why.
There we go. We have reached a major point in our build here, where all pieces now seem to be on the table, so to speak. And I'm submitting this tape to the National Lego Certification Board to see if I can be certified to do Lego play-by-play, because I think I've got the rhythm.
I think you can.
Can I?
Yeah.
I have to learn all the terminology. Now that's the transit six-peg Lego, known for such sets as the ambulance and the construction mobile. I bet you somewhere out there's a competitive circuit of Lego announcers who are like mean as all get out.
Yeah, I think there might be.
For every sport, there's an overly competitive group of pundits. We found that out about Star Trek pundits. Some of the other Star Trek pundits are insane. And then we have people that I love. Life's rich pageant. What makes Long Island chick a Long Island chick? Well,
The iced tea.
you got everything here, honestly. I guess dark features, I guess, in the sense that we have Natalie Portman, but a Lindsay Lohan, I don't know, she's a ginger. And so many other famous Long Islanders I named. New York is such a world city, and I think there's also the deal is this: there's a lot of celebrities from Long Island because it's really close to New York City, where there's a lot of entertainment and a lot of opportunity for. I mean, I think we all know part of Hollywood lives in New York.
Some of it, yeah.
and sometimes the better part of Hollywood. Your gritty crime shows that make sense and make money. You know, a more grounded approach. Like, you don't set your sci-fi show in New York too often.
I mean, you could.
You could. The Fifth Element does it and does it well. But for the most part, New York is like a city of where they film a lot of crime movies. But also Jennifer Aniston is from Long Island. All the women I've named live within 5 miles of each other. So she's blonde, or at least I think she's blonde. I've never seen the carpets, just the drapes.
I'm getting there, folks. I'm getting there.
I
don't know what it is, but I'm
in
getting
time
it.
for Pop Culture Breakdown.
I gotta do this piece then. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up.
Let's see.
I'm getting there.
10 famous female singers from Long Island. Do they count Lindsay Lohan because she sings? Yeah, they do. Ashanti.
Yeah.
I didn't know about Ashanti. Where is she from? She's on Def Jam. Don't see what town she's from. You know, if you're going to talk about people from Long Island, can you tell us what town they're from? So Long Island is like 1,700 square miles. Yeah, okay. Lindsay Lohan. Was brought up on Long Island. They didn't bother going with anyone's town. She's from,
Yeah, Jersey.
I think her and Natalie Portman are both from Syosset. Chrisette Michelle, never heard of her. Does not say what town. Oh, she's from Patchogue. If you're not famous, they'll tell people where you're from. Who else? Mindy Smith, never heard of her. Caroline Rose, never heard of her. What about, like, maybe Mariah Carey belongs on this list?
Is she from?
Yes. She's from
Okay.
Baldwin. Same town as Public Enemy. That must have been fun in high school. Mariah Carey walking past Flava Flav. Yo, 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 baby, what's going on? Lisa Matassa. She's cute. I'll give her that. Would she sing country music?
Yeah.
Is that it? She looks like she does. She dropped her debut single, Got the Hots for You, in 1987. She
Now we're
hasn't been
talking.
around. But she released legendary duets in 2015, so she's a survivor and looking still pretty good. Meredith O'Connor, youth activist for NGOCSDNY. I have no idea what that means. She launched her career as a model. She released the song Celebrity that became a hit in February 2013. She's on Spotify. 10, Pat Benatar. You don't think she belonged a little higher up on this fucking list?
Yeah.
No, Pat Benatar has like 25 number one hits. She's competitive with Mariah Carey as far as the amount of hits that they produced. Almost as long of a career as far as like having a really successful segment to their career. Both of them had like a good solid 10 to 15 years of fame. Mariah Carey maybe had like a second bite at the apple because she like went away for a while and came back. Yeah, Mariah Carey conspicuously missing from this list. This person hates Mariah Carey.
I'm not a big fan of Mariah Carey.
She can really sing though, and she sold a lot of records.
Yeah.
If you're going to say singers from Long Island, you kind of have to.
Shit.
Top 6 female singers from Long Island. Amber Ferrari, never heard of her. Lisa Matassa, she was in the other one. Sammy Ray Merciano. Could I just point out that Billy Joel has a daughter who sings, who's from Long Island? Why isn't she on here like Alexa Ray Joel, maybe? Selena Solomon.
know.
I mean, I'm sure all these ladies have a lot of talent, but I never heard of them. Hey, you know what, though? You could go out there on the internet, start a website, and publish a list of famous people anytime you want.
Yeah. I screwed up on one of these just now.
Have you messed up your build? Do you have to debuild to rebuild?
I can fix it later. It's not a problem. It's just one piece. Because of the stickers, and so it's one piece. It's very simple. It's the headlights.
The stickers are high pressure. You only get one shot.
Yeah.
So I guess since we all get a shot to look at your arms during this, is there anything about I maybe I asked you about this one before, but the tree tattoo, it's so Tolkien. Is there more of a story about that than just you love trees? Yeah, it's very Tolkien. It's really Tolkien. Are there names and stuff on it and we just can't see them?
No, I just did it as like a family tree type tattoo design.
Really cool.
Yeah. It's one of the first few tattoos I had.
I like how the human brain, like artery, like X-ray, and the tree kind of look almost exactly the same.
The
showing
human brain.
If you take like an MRI of the human brain and you scan out the nerves, it looks exactly like maybe a maple tree would be a good example, like one of those kinds of trees, and it's just shows you like the symmetry and perfection of nature. I don't know. There's some real symmetry there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And isn't it weird that we were calling it brainstorms for years before we found out that our brain works with electrical impulses? So when you're having a good idea, you actually literally are having a storm in context to your brain because all the synapses are firing and letting off a little bit of electricity.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like we were created by like some kind of perfect being.
Interesting how that all works out.
Yeah, it's like almost if you would just work off the assumption.
I'm almost there. Woohoo!
We're seeing some amazing progress here on the Lego build. Only a few pieces left, about 15 now, maybe tops, perhaps less.
Yeah, we're almost there. It's just the front of it.
Now, did this car also have dual cup holders like it said in the ad for this car?
Oh, it better.
It better. It's what we paid for it. Now, you're going to have to Lego. Did you get a deal from Lego Motor Financing for that car? I just got to send them $1.37 a month for 56 months. It's like, I'm sorry, Mr. Ranker Steve, but I'm sorry, Mr. Steve. I'm sorry, Mr. Steve, but your credit rating isn't sufficient. You've already got 5 or 6 Lego vehicles on financing, and we feel you've overextended yourself. We can't approve you for this stupid Lego. That's got to be a tough talk when the guy from Lego Finance comes down to tell you he can't have your new Lego.
I know. Come on, man.
With the interest you'll have to carry plus the insurance, there's no way you can pull it off. I'm sorry. Really coming together quickly now. It looks great.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm going to expand my picture a little. I like how Chuck Norris just quietly presides over it, bringing the kind of dignity that only a man holding 2 Uzis could ever bring to the kind of dignity that a man with 2 Uzis brings to these proceedings.
Yeah.
He would drive this car. If he was scaled to it.
I think he would.
Yeah. And by the way,
but I think he's a Mustang type guy, but I don't know.
I'll tell you this: if we made Chuck Norris to scale of this car, that would be the most dangerous entity, one of the most 3 or 4 most dangerous entities on Earth to scale Chuck Norris. You would still find a way to use it to his advantage.
I know.
Be like small soldiers. He'd start like co-opting the tech and everybody's toys.
It is coming along, everybody.
Yeah. And is people are speculating about the vehicle. You're gonna have to read the
I
chat.
think
to
we've
get the
all figured it
spoilers.
out, but what type of vehicle? That's the thing.
I'm gonna say an automobile.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna play it safe. Automobile. It's a Mustang. Obviously, one of the. I'm gonna say like a later model one.
Did
It
you
might-
just say it's a Mustang?
Yes, I'm thinking it's a Mustang. Am I right?
Boy, no. You were
No.
the one who even said it. You even called the name.
Oh, it was invented in Germany. So yeah, I said BMW or Mercedes or a Porsche.
No.
Uh,
There's a few key pieces missing. I mixed up, but I can fix that later. I'm in no complete rush on the final thing.
Now remember, people, this is not going to go on a real road, so it's okay to have a few pieces left over. Unlike when I fix the car myself and I'm done doing the brakes and I just have a few pieces left over. Who cares? Car still works. Porsche is Italian, that's right. What is it? Mercedes. Or it can't be a BMW. What's the other big German one?
It's not German.
Oh. It's Camaro. I
Yeah.
said it in a row. Yeah, I read it off the bumper. Duh. I've been awake for too long. I was up last night watching movies with Appion until like 4 a.m. my time.
Because there's a couple pieces here. There's more pieces missing now that I now have to break this down and figure out where it all goes.
So I guess I should go Golf Channel on this now and take a quick dive into the history of the Camaro. And I believe but I believe that the Camaro. Well, that's IROC, right? International Race of Champions car.
Mhm.
The Camaro is a mid-sized American automobile manufactured by Chevrolet as a pony car. What? I have to follow that hyperlink. A pony car is an American car classification for an affordable, compact, highly styled coupes or convertibles with a sporty, performance-oriented image. Wow. As a pony car. It first went on sale in September 1966 for the 1967 model year and was designed to compete with the Ford Mustang. And you can see how. The Camaro shares its platform and major components with the Firebird, which I think I like better. Produced by General Motors Pontiac division and was also introduced in 1967. Yeah, these two cars have always kind of run parallel to each other, with one being the next year's model of the next.
Yeah. Well,
go ahead.
This is the Camaro NASCAR
Generation 3
set.
or 4?
4.
Yeah, it's the most current iteration of the car.
And I now see the headlight piece right here. So I got to take that apart. Dang it.
We'll
But
get this right.
yeah, just a few things I got to put in there and fix up, but this is it. And yeah,
looking
so
good.
July I might be doing the Back to the Future Lego set, which will be on like a Saturday. That's an all-day thing. And yeah, I am gonna go and cook some tri-tip and get that ready. But you will see me on Pop Culture Breakdown possibly tonight on Doomcock's channel. So I will be there. I'll have a little bit more things put on the desk here, but yeah, that's it. I don't know. I have a green Mustang. I might make that next. I have one of the new Mustangs that I'll rebuild. I don't know when that'll be, but we'll find out. Maybe this weekend. But this is it. Yeah. If you want to, if you can find me at not Rancor Steve on Twitter.
That guy.
And I know whoever that Rancor Steve guy is. You know,
That
I'll
not
slap
ranker,
him.
that not ranker Steve guy. That's totes not ranker Steve. Gives us some
Yeah.
good insights into what ranker Steve. It's such a good parody account that it's indistinguishable from the real thing.
Yeah, so you can catch me there. If there's a Lego set that you want me to build, I have a few more that I'm going to build, like little car ones. I'm going to build. I'm going to go through all the ones I have first, and then I'm going to get some new ones. But yeah, if there's ever a set that you want me to build and don't have a way of getting it, you're more than welcome to send me one. I'm not going to go against that one, but yeah, so there's actually, well, no, there's a few more that I'm gonna do. There's a couple more.
It would be
Lego
the
sets.
first one, Carla Burton.
Yeah, but I'm gonna head out, and yes, my Twitter account was nuked like crazy, but I have a new one up. But you can catch me there. You can catch me later tonight on Pop Culture Breakdown, and that's where I'll be. You guys have a good day. I will see you. Thank you for Admiral Teague and Relief Crusader for joining me on this fun adventure of what the hell am I building? You guys have a good day. Bye.
Bye, everybody.